keep it here.
Okay, so if you want to move right round here, come right to the top of the room, make sure everyone can see. Okay folks, keep gathering right up to the table. If I ask the taller people to take a step back, let the shorter people at the front, and everyone can see.
Damn man, this is like heaven.
Good. So for those of you using your audio guys, remember you want to hear 303. That's for the tasting. So we get asked here all the time, what is the correct way to drink Scotch whisky? The answer is very simple. It's any way that you want to. As with any drink, the emphasis it's on enjoyment. So wherever you want to drink it is fine. It's great on its own. You can add ice, you can add water. Goes well with some soft drinks, nice and ginger ale in particular, and use most different cocktails as well. We will recommend if you're doing a tasting of a whisky for the first time, keep it neat to start with, and by all means add whatever you like a little bit later on. And we think there are 5 stages to appreciate your Scotch properly, so we'll go through those now. First thing we always do is just look at the colour of a whisky, and the nicest way to see it, just hold it up to the light. Colour is going to indicate for you which type of cask was used in the maturation process. If it's deeper, if it's richer in colour, probably a sherry cask has been used. Something that's lighter, paler in colour, and more likely a bourbon cask. You just don't get as much colour from those. Next, we look at the body of a whisky. To do this, give it a little spin around the glass. And when you stop doing that, left this little spirit line that runs around. You see these droplets form and run down the side of your glass. These are the legs of your whisky. And if the legs are quite thin, quite fast flowing, then you've got a light bodied drink. And if they're thicker, if they're slower to run down their side, you've got a heavier bodied whisky there. Third stage, arguably the most important. As I said, we've got more senses in our nose, so it's nosing, it's smelling your whisky. Very gently give it a smell. And just see what kind of aromas you can get from this. Do this 2 or 3 times. Kind of let your nose adjust to that. Yeah, don't worry, if you are standing there thinking, that just smells like whiskey to me. Remember, this is a skill. This is something that you practice, you develop, you'll get better at. And it's difficult to pinpoint what you think you might recognise. Look down to the table here. Loads and loads of different pictures, so this might help you out. You might get kind of floral notes, fruity notes, honey, chocolatey, the sweeter end, woody aromas, smokiness you definitely pick up on if you went for the Isla one. There's a picture of shoes on the table there as well. Those are there to represent the smell of leather. Okay. The whiskey smells like feet then, something's going wrong. So there we are. It's interesting to see what you can get, though. Everyone's a little bit different, so no real right or wrong to that. Fourth stage is the most fun. It's tasting your whiskey. Sadly, I am not allowed to join you. I need to wait until the end of the day. It's incredibly cruel. I'll say Slàinte means good health in Gaelic, and you can have a drink. So Slàinte. Have a little sip, see how you get on with it. Tasting's fairly self-explanatory. Fifth stage, think about what type of finish the whiskey has. How long does the flavour last? Is it just a few seconds? Is it a few minutes? Sometimes it's a few hours. Some whiskies have got a very long finish on them. And they're all quite different. They're really nice to run through these stages when you try them for the first time. Whiskies that you're trying today, they're laid out on the table here. So your Lowland Ramsday, we have Auchentoshan Classic. Auchentoshan's Corner of the Field. This is a distillery just outside of Glasgow. Quite unusual for a Scotch. It's been triple distilled as opposed to double distilled. So it gives it a slightly smoother finish on it. Kind of great whiskey, nice and light, got the citrus characters. If you like kind of a dry white wine, that's a nice whiskey to go for. It's got a dry finish on it. That's the green one. Yeah, okay. The yellow one, the Highland Ramsday, is Glengoyne, 10-year-old. You'll notice lots of different single malts are called Glen something or other. Glen's a Scottish word, it means valley. Glengoyne, for example, means Valley of the Geese. It's quite a sweet Highland whisky. It's got almost kind of a butterscotch finish on it. It's kind of sweeter end. Your Speyside, the blue one today, we've got the Ben Riach, Heart of Speyside for me, kind of the quintessential Speyside whisky, this one. It is very soft, smooth, lovely and fruity. It's got toffee apples and pears. It's a great summery whisky, that one, definitely. Grand on a day like today. If you're feeling brave enough, if you went for the Isla one, we have Kalila, 12-year-old, and the Sound of Isla. Kind of in terms of smokiness, it's kind of middle of the range, so not too overpowered, not strong as something, but definitely still really distinctive and character. Earthy notes come through. And if you went for the blend today, we have Black Bottle, which is something just a little bit different. You use quite a few Islay whiskies in the composition of this, so it's kind of a smokier blend, that one. So there we go. Those are your whiskies that you tried, but I'll leave them there. You can have a closer look at them yourselves. I'm going to tell you now about this absolutely fantastic room that we're in. So this is the world's largest collection of Scotch whisky. All the bottles in here collected by one man, Clive Vides. His picture's up on the wall behind me. Clive's a Brazilian man. His collection started in 1969. He was given 6 bottles of single malt by a Scottish colleague who went to visit him. He liked that gesture and he kept on adding to it. Over a period of about 35 years, he managed to accumulate 3,384 individual bottles, making it the world's largest private collection of Scotch whisky. I'm sure they're all different, there are no doubles. Clive had amazing self-control. All of these bottles are still sealed. None of these have ever been opened. You're going to notice some of the whiskey's missing from quite a few of the bottles. We think there are fractures in the corks and the caps. The whiskey is sadly just evaporated when it was in Brazil, so really sad to see it disappear like that. More for the angels, if you want to look at it like that. He sold the collection in 2006, sold the collection to Diageo. Diageo is a very large drinks company. They offered Clive an undisclosed amount of money for the full collection. We have not been told how much it cost. Obviously, it must be very valuable. The most important thing to Clive, there were 3 conditions of sale. Firstly, he wanted his collection named after him, so it is known as the Diageo Clive Vides Scotch Whisky Collection. I think that's fair enough. Secondly, he didn't want it split up after it was sold. And the third condition of sale, he would only sell it if it were to be brought here to Scotland to be displayed. That was Clive's request, so that's how he ended up really happy to have it. So if you want to have a little wander around now, it's your turn to have a look. There's a lot to take in. You're welcome to take photographs in here if you're looking for any particular bottle or bottles. Floor plan underneath the clock tells you how the collection's laid out. Clock that's going crazy apparently. Yeah, the floor plan is the clock there. Basically, what's highlighted along the back, these are the single malts of the collection. Order of region, start with Roland, Highland, spaced out, and Islay over at the end. The rest of the whiskies are blends in alphabetical order, when we came through the door, blended malts over at the end here. The oldest bottles in the collection, you'll find them just around the corner here, the middle cabinet, middle shelf on this side. A little brown bottle, a James Buchanan blend from 1897. Is the oldest one. Second oldest, the John Deere's blend beside it is from 1904. You'll find them just around here. There's a label in front of you pointing them out. But have a little wander around, folks. Keep hold of your glass. That is our gift to you. You get to take that away with you. I'm going to go and grab you some boxes. So you can take those away.
Which one is mine? It's a gift. No, it's from.
No.
How many drinking hours?
Kind of.
Where's your glass?
Mine are finished.
Yeah.
Scotch.
Gracias, ándalo también. Ándalo. Little profile, we check it out.